Now on WRDE Coast TV.
It's a first alert weather day for the potential of severe weather. We're watching this line of storms with torrential rain, vivid lightning, and gusty winds heading our way. I'll talk about the impacts and timing coming up.
Day 2 of the Delaware State Fair. I'll tell you what you need to know headed into a busy weekend.
2 U.S. officials had their emails hacked as part of a recent targeted intelligence gathering campaign. What we know so far. A roadwork frenzy. We have some lane closures and detours you need to know about. Fines potentially increasing. Some changes to the curfew ordinance in Dewey Beach could mean bigger fines for kids and teenagers.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Good morning. It is Friday, July 21st. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. Matt Pensick has the morning off. Welcome to Coast TV News Today. Well, if you already were outside, you know it. It's a pretty calm morning, but not for long. It is a first alert weather day, so we'll send it over now to first alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. He joins us with a look at your forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Paige. It is the proverbial calm before the storm, as we do have a first alert weather day for this line of showers and storms. Look at all the lightning, the heavy rain. We've got gusty winds, too, from around our nation's capital, now moving into Annapolis, northern tip of Delaware, into southern Jersey right now. So as this draws closer, as it moves through our area, we are expecting probably about 20 to 30 minutes of heavy rain and vivid lightning. Now, here's a trough that is kicking off this line of showers and storms, and it continues to advance to the south and east. So leave extra time to get to work this morning and take it slow. Here's our severe thunderstorm watch now in effect for Sussex County, all of Delaware. And this is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern shore of Maryland, including Oxford and then points north and east. So we'll be watching these warnings potentially spreading into Delaware. We will get a break after this morning's activity. Could warm up a little bit again, and then as the cold front moves in, we could kick off more showers and storms into the afternoon. Gusty winds and maybe heavy rain, possibly severe weather with that, with temperatures into the upper 80s. So temperatures in the 80s, on and off showers and storms today, but a much better weekend on the way. I'll talk about that and, of course, have the very latest on the storms as well.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Hundreds headed out to the Delaware State Fair in Harrington for day 1 yesterday. For many Delawareans, it's a yearly tradition they will not miss, and we want to make sure you make the most of it headed into the weekend. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk is in our newsroom. Heidi, thousands will be heading out to the fair this weekend, and you have some information for them.
Good morning, Paige and Bob, and happy Friday. You might remember I was out at the fairgrounds yesterday, and boy, it was a ton of fun. I'm already planning my next trip back, but there are a few things that you should know if you're heading out at the fairgrounds this weekend. First of all, as we know, the fair kicked off yesterday and is running all the way through July 29th. Admission costs $10 in person, $10.50 online for everyone aged 13 and older, but there are discounts for some younger children. Starting today through Saturday, gates will open at 9. However, food vendors in some buildings and grounds entertainment will begin after 11 a.m. and livestock buildings and shows will begin after 8 a.m. The biggest change this year, you should know, listen up. Every person will have to walk through a metal detector before entering the fairgrounds, and that includes all vendors and performers as well. But Paige, you've got 8 more days to head out there. I know, like I said, I'm planning my next trip, and I hope you get a chance to head out there as well. Back to you.
I hope so too, Heidi. You know, that's a lot of information. There's a couple of easy ways, though, for you to stay updated on what's going on at the fairgrounds.
Absolutely, Paige. You can always visit our website, WRDE.com, where we have a breakdown of everything going on and what you need to know. But they also have told me at the State Fair that you can download their app, which is easy to find on any of the app stores. And that has all the information about scheduling, different events going on, discounts, and more. I have it on my phone, and I highly recommend you get it on yours as well. Back to you.
Will do, Heidi. Thank you. Now, here's some history for you. The Delaware State Fair started in 1920 in Harrington. Admission was, get this, 25 cents for kids, 50 cents for adults. Through ticket sales, the fair received a net profit of $43.90. How about that? Today, the fair says yearly attendance, it's over 307,000. The original 30 acres of land used for the fair now expanded to almost 300, and the fair strives to be bigger and better than ever every single year. This brings us to our Coast TV poll now. We want to know, what's your favorite part of the Delaware State Fair? Let's take a look at some of those results. So far, 30% of you say the food. I cannot blame you there. Food, delicious. Just 3% saying the games. That's surprising. 35% saying the animals. That too makes sense. All right, we got 8% in all the rest of the categories. Rides, entertainment, craft shows, midway. There's a lot to choose from. I don't blame you. Well, if you haven't voted yet, you still can. Head to WRDE.com or our mobile app. We'll show you some updated results later on in our newscast. Some breaking news from overnight. 2 U.S. officials had their emails hacked as part of a recent targeted intelligence gathering campaign. So here's what we know. The China-linked hackers accessed the email account of U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns, as well as the Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia, Daniel Creightonbrink. Creightonbrink recently traveled with Secretary of State Antony Blinken to China, according to 2 U.S. officials familiar with the matter. The breach was limited to the diplomat's unclassified email accounts. Left and right, orange cones can be seen lining the streets. This is throughout Milford. 4 major projects seen there, causing lane closures, detours, and delays for people driving. DelDOT says it has to do all of the work now for safety and compliancy, like repairing a bridge over the Mispillion River. But neighbors say this road work, it's just too much all at once.
I feel like if they would just finish one project before they start another one, things would get completed faster.
And DelDOT says projects like Route 113 and Route 14 are expected to be complete in the next couple of months, but projects like the Mispillion Bridge are under repair indefinitely. A Salisbury man is dead. This is after a hit-and-run crash yesterday morning. The Salisbury Police Department says officers responded to Route 50 and Boundary Road. This was around 5:30 in the morning. Police say 59-year-old Gregory Dennis had been riding a bicycle when he was struck by a driver who then drove away. According to the department, Dennis was taken to Tidal Health, where he later died. Those with any information about the crash are asked to call Salisbury Police Department. That number is 410-548-3165. Later today, Dewey Beach commissioners are expected to vote on an ordinance to increase fines for kids and teenagers who break the town's curfew. If it's passed, the maximum fine would be increased to $300. It was $100. This would also increase the maximum fines for parents of these kids and teenagers, the same amount, but only after a child's first violation. This meeting will take place at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station. That'll be at 3 p.m. Car fumes were up for discussion at yesterday's Rehoboth Beach Environment Committee meeting. Committee members discussed creating a new ordinance to cut down on idling cars and modeling it after a similar one in Newark. The goal of this ordinance would be to address people who sit in their cars and leave them idling while doing things like eating, waiting for passengers who get out to get takeout orders, or even waiting to pick up your children from school. They say they would consider factors like enforceability and vehicles that must be running for equipment to work, like police cars and refrigerated delivery trucks, if it's really needed.
I've seen if refrigerated trucks have refrigerated food inside and they open up the back gate, they pull out the food, they take it inside the restaurant or whatever, they're leaving the back gate completely open. So all that cold air they're supposed to be so concerned about, whoosh, right out the back end of the truck. So those people shouldn't be idling in order to preserve their food because they're not really thinking it's going to melt or anything bad within the 5 minutes that they're taking to make the delivery happen.
And if an ordinance is pursued, the committee is considering adding signs on the way into town to inform people they can't idle. Wrapping up the week, a busy Friday on the campaign trail for GOP 2024 presidential candidates all trying to chip away at former President Trump's significant lead as he deals with multiple investigations. President Biden pulling ahead of his predecessor in a head-to-head general election matchup and making the case that Bidenomics is working to reshape the economy. NBC's Chris Pallone shows us how the race to the White House is panning out so far in the early stages.
Over the last 30 years in this country, A little more than a month until the first Republican debate and a full court press from GOP candidates, the newest Quinnipiac poll shows it's still former President Donald Trump's nomination to lose. His competitors say a lot can change between now and the Republican National Convention next summer.
When you look at the numbers in the polls, I am very comfortable with where we are.
Former Vice President Mike Pence among those who still haven't qualified for next month's debate in Wisconsin.
We've been setting record contributions online for the last several days. I'm confident that we'll get there.
I think I'm more likely to beat Biden. I think my record in Florida shows that.
Meanwhile, NBC News has learned Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is planning a campaign reboot, days after firing about a dozen staffers to cut costs. Aides say DeSantis will hold smaller events and focus less on his record in Florida. Thursday, hoping to break through on the economy with voters, President Biden argued in Philadelphia his policies dubbed Bidenomics are working.
Unemployment's down, but to the surprise of a lot of economists, so is inflation.
But the prospect of a Biden-Trump rematch has some voters and lawmakers considering the idea of a third-party candidate. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin attended an event with the group called No Labels this week.
If it's a matchup between Biden and Trump, I know exactly where I'd go. I would go with Joe Manchin.
With legal troubles mounting for former President Trump, opponents see opportunity on the horizon. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
And the latest poll shows in a head-to-head rematch, President Biden holds a 5-point lead over former President Trump. We still have a lot more news to get to this morning on CoastTV News Today. Coming up, the Wicomico County Health Department rolling out a new Narcan initiative. How this program could save a life, even if the person does not want to go to the hospital. And tomato trouble, farmers saying the weather is impacting the crop. But first, Maryland boaters, listen up. We have some changes on the Chesapeake Bay that you need to know about. That and more when CoastTV News Today continues.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, dodge the summer slide with engaging activities at Delaware libraries and swap blood for brew to save lives. Plus, protect your skin from the sun with holistic skincare tips. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
Pinnacle team was awesome. I was impressed how that was. I mean, the big machines they had.
The floor looks great. It's brighter. It brightens up the room a lot. It's, the grit in the floor. It helps with us responding to the, getting to our lockers. Usually we come running through here and everything like that. The Pinnacle team was really great. They were professional. They were, very honest. They wanted to get us done, and they got us done on time. Pinnacle was amazing, and we absolutely love the floor.
Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
First Alert Weather is our promise to be the first to tell you when big changes are coming in your weather forecast.
Whether it's day-to-day weather that changes your plans,
or severe weather that could change your life.
The First Alert Weather team will call for First Alert Weather Days.
Here on TV and all of your devices.
It's our commitment to give you the most accurate forecast.
The WRDE First Alert Weather team. That's our promise to you.
When it comes to your home, you need a local contractor you can trust and quality you can count on. Spicer Brothers is properly licensed in Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia, and we're here to help.
Our team is committed to customer satisfaction, and we stand behind our work with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty.
Right now, finance your entire project with no interest and no payments until 2025. So, for all your exterior and bathroom remodeling needs, call the company you can trust. Spicer Brothers, we've got you covered.
Just about 5:14 on this Friday morning as we're awaiting storms on Delmarva. And on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam, we have been seeing some lightning on the horizon. There's some right there, and the storms are still well to the west, near I-95, near our nation's capital, Annapolis, northern parts of Delaware. Lots of lightning, torrential rain with this as it continues to progress to the south and east. And we do have severe thunderstorm warnings now for the eastern shore of Maryland, from Oxford farther to the north and east, and also a severe thunderstorm thunderstorm watch for Sussex County and a good chunk of the eastern shore of Maryland as well. And there's that warning to our west. Out the doorway of temperatures in the 70s, so use extra caution. Leave extra time to get to work. Watch for puddles. We are going to be looking at strong to severe storms this morning, and maybe another round of isolated showers and storms could be severe with the cold front later on.
All right, Bob, thank you. Well, if you enjoy boating in Maryland, listen up. There are some speed changes that could impact you. The Chesapeake Bay is getting a temporary 6-knot speed limit along the western shore. The state of Maryland saying that the limit creates a safety zone for the Bay Bridge deck replacement project. They expect the speed limit to be in effect until March 31st of 2026, and construction planned to be done the previous winter. City of Milford is looking for volunteers to join its Parks and Recreation Advisory Board and the Tree Preservation Advisory Council. The city is saying that the board reviews all parks and recreation projects, programming and expansions, while the Tree Preservation and Advisory Council proposes tree-related policies, regulations, and standards. If you're interested, you can apply online on the city's website. Well, it's sounding like everyone in the studio better cash in those checks while you can. Google says it's building an artificial intelligence tool for news publishers that can generate headlines and articles. Now the tech giant claims it wants to partner with news outlets on the tool in newsrooms. Google says the idea is to help journalists enhance their work and productivity. The company says the project is not meant to replace journalists altogether. Amazon is bringing its Pay by Palm technology to Whole Food stores. The company announced Thursday its Amazon One Palm recognition system will soon be in more than 500 Whole Food stores by the end of the year. Amazon rolled out the technology in 2020, and it's currently available in more than 200 Whole Food stores nationwide. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. Still to come, the intense weather, it's negatively impacting tomato crops. But one farmer says he does salvage the plant.
And those plants will get a good dousing this morning. It is a first alert weather day for the potential of severe storms. We're watching this line of showers and storms. Lots of heavy rain, lots of lightning as it gets close to Delmarva. I'll talk about it, have an impact update on that, and your weekend forecast coming up after the break.
Calling all local businesses. This fall, it's time to shine at Draper Media's Shore Living Expo, a free event for visitors. Join us Saturday, September 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, presented by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka of Salisbury. Extend your reach, showcase your products, and build relationships that matter. The Shore Living Expo, where you can shine as we celebrate health, wealth, and home. Sign up to be a vendor today. Visit WBOCevents.com.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
In 1948, my grandfather created JD Asphalt. Starting as a small contractor, he built his company by providing. 3 generations later, we're still focused on laying down the best pavements possible. Whether it's commercial or residential, we deliver personalized attention with every project, bringing an experienced crew and state-of-the-art equipment out to every job site. That way, we can deliver fast, premium results that last.
Call JD Asphalt now and ask about our 0% financing options.
Jay Leno.
These French guys are smooth, aren't they? I do declare, Mr. Henry.
And Kevin Eubanks.
But I'll tell you what, Kev's going to give you $100, right, Kev?
Bring their own twist.
Get out of here, really?
No, you get out of here. To a TV classic. Let's play You Bet Your Life.
If I come home broke, my wife gonna kill me.
It's all fun and games.
Weekdays at 11:30 on WRDE Coast TV.
Download the free WRDE weather app built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodel.
It is 5:19 this morning. That is a live look there at Ocean City on the Hershey Exteriors cam. If I didn't know any better, I'd think, wow, beautiful, calm morning. Get outside. But maybe don't, unless you're going outside really quickly. That's because, Bob, that rain, it's getting closer and closer by the minute, isn't it?
It It is, Paige. And, looking to the east, it's quiet, but looking to the west, we've got stormy conditions. So, yeah, yeek. Yeah, you really have to be careful out there because we are watching this line of showers and thunderstorms coming our way. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. Get your camera on your phone, hold it up, scan the code, and download the CoastTV weather app. You can click on interactive radar, and that tags all these storms saying what they have with them. And right now on clouds and radar, you can see all the lightning bolts. It's a light show out there from Annapolis up towards Elton into southern Jersey. Heavy rain with this as well, and probably some gusty winds as this line continues to sink to the south and east. It looks like it's holding its own as it is moving in our general direction. So Sunderland back through Chestertown, and this line continues to move to the south and east with time. So it'll be across Delmarva here in the next hour or so as it is along a trough of low pressure. And there's a cold front back to the west. This is our weekend weather, leading edge to cooler and drier air. And this front will be moving through later today, so we could have a second round of storms later on. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch, Caroline, Kent, Sussex, Talbot, and Sussex County in Delaware, and also severe thunderstorm warning for Chesapeake Bay and a good chunk of the eastern shore of Maryland. That includes Caroline, Kent, Queen Anne's, and Talbot counties as we continue to watch these storms moving south and east. So we are under a low or marginal risk of seeing severe weather, a very low chance of tornadoes. Not seeing a lot of rotation with this, maybe some small hail, but gusty winds. Make sure you tie down that outdoor furniture or maybe bring in items that could blow around a little bit. And flooding rains, moderate chance of that, really could come stomping down for a while. As we go through the morning, I think we do get a break, but then with the heating later on today, could spark up more showers and storms, heavy rain, vivid lightning, strong winds into mid-afternoon. Then we finally clear it out as we go into this evening. We get into a northwest flow and it starts to dry out moving into your Saturday. Here's noon, partly cloudy to partly sunny, a northerly wind. The humidity will be comfortable at that time. And as we go into the evening on Saturday, looking nice, and then moving into Sunday, also a nice day as well. Temperatures into the mid to upper 80s. As far as rain, it looks like this model wants to put all the heavy rain along and east of 113, maybe up to over an inch in Selbyville, Bethany Beach, and close to an inch in Fenwick Island. Temperatures out the door this morning into the 70s. The muggy meter goes down. Very humid today. But behind that cold front, it gets comfortable into the weekend, and then it does start to climb up after that. Your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. We're watching the storms for today, 88 degrees. Then a beautiful weekend, 86 Saturday, 88 Sunday. Upper 80s Monday and Tuesday, a slight chance of storms Tuesday, and then temperatures start to climb Wednesday and Thursday. We have an umbrella winner. It's Tony Steele from Dagsboro. Congratulations, Tony, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
And a reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. Coast Country 103.9 and on 106.3, on 93.5 The Beach and Big 107.7. Tomatoes in Sussex County are going through a bit of trouble. Farmers say the large amounts of rain and the long stretches of heat are proving to be a problem for the plant. Farmers and gardeners say the weird weather recently, it's damaging tomato plants. They say the recent large amounts of rain causing them to split open and too much heat then causing them to dry out. Tomatoes are in season right now, but farmers are saying they've had to throw a lot of them away.
They throw the bad ones out and do quality check, and you just have a big pile of rotten tomatoes and stuff that you got to get rid of.
And Hatter says that he has to pick plants early when severe weather comes. After the break this morning, a new Narcan initiative is taking effect in Wicomico County. What officials say the program is doing to save lives.
One of the biggest summer events in the state is back this weekend. I'm Mallory Metzner. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool things to do this weekend.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
So,
Are you ready to start enjoying some more time almost outdoors? Of course, I'm talking about your screen porch.
If you want to protect your furniture, even in the worst rainstorms, the Porch Protection System will keep your investment protected and dry. Just drop the curtains when there's bad weather and roll them up when it's good again.
So call Porch Protection Systems today for a free estimate, so you can start enjoying more of your time almost outdoors year-round.
For more information about Porch Protection Systems, visit Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com.
Building a portfolio that gives you opportunities to grow your savings can be a challenge. Our team at Rosemont Wealth Management takes this challenge seriously. Contact us and we can work together on a comprehensive game plan that truly embodies your personal values and life objectives. Our focus is on what is important to you, your family, your lifestyle, your life events, so that you can maintain your lifestyle all the way through retirement. At Rosemont Wealth Management, we serve first, last, and always.
Performing out of space?
Yes, next July.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I can't change these plans.
We're stealing in the sun next summer. Heist of a lifetime.
The Olympics.
Come on, you in?
Roman Reigns will defend his title against anyone, anytime. Except next July.
Jay Leno and Kevin Eubanks.
But I'll tell you what, Kevin's going to give you $100, right, Kev?
Bring their own twist to a TV classic. Let's play You Bet Your Life.
If I come home broke, my wife gonna kill me.
It's all fun and games.
Weekdays at 11:30 on WRDE Coast TV. 100.9% classic country plays real country.
The Wacomico County Health Department has teamed up with the Salisbury Fire Department to initiate the Narcan Leave Behind program. Here's how it works. The fire department will start carrying around Narcan kits with them. Narcan reduces the effects of an opioid overdose. If they are responding to an overdose event, but the patient refuses to go to the hospital, they will leave them with a kit. The department also says kits will be left or offered to people who first responders have identified as someone who would benefit from it. Well, we've been waiting all morning. It's been the calm before the storm, but that rain, it's on the way. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihe has been tracking that storm for us. Bob, what's the latest?
Paige, the latest as it continues to bear down on Delmarva. This line of showers and storms, vivid lightning, heavy rain with this as it's now making its way to northern parts of Delaware. It has passed through D.C. right now. And I did a track on this with this line moving southeast around 35 miles per hour. Dover 538, the arrival of this storm and rain and wind. Milford around 607. Seaford around 617 is when you can expect it as it continues to move to the south and east. We'll keep you updated on that as there is still a severe thunderstorm watch for Delaware, parts of the eastern shore of Maryland, and also a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern shore of Maryland as these storms are moving in. I'll have much more on the storms in your weekend forecast coming up.
All right, Bob, thank you. Well, for many of you at home, we've reached your favorite part of the week. It may be mine too. With that comes some summer favorites. WRDE's Mallory Metzner shows us all the cool things to do this weekend.
The 2023 Delaware State Fair is officially open in Harrington. The concert lineup includes Nelly on Friday, Vanilla Ice on Saturday, and Jackson Dean on Sunday. According to the Delaware State Fair, each year the Junior Livestock Auction continues the tradition that began 104 years ago by giving back to the youth participating in the livestock program at the fair. From farm animals to farm foods and fairground rides, the fair is open through July 29th. Groove into the weekend at the Rehoboth Bandstand Summer Concert Series with a 70s flashback Saturday at 8 p.m. Attend a sunrise service at 8 a.m. Sunday and listen to the Earth, Wind, and Fire Tribute Band Sunday night at 8. Boats will be docked on Hudson Fields all weekend long for the Delaware Marine Trades Association Boat Show. Organizers say there will be over 30 brands of boats and personal watercraft. The 19th annual Ocean City Marlin Club Kids Classic Tournament on Saturday and Sunday benefits the Wish a Fish Foundation that hosts fishing events for special needs children and their families. And Christmas in July celebrations continue with Sodell corporate pastry chef and National Holiday Baking Championship winner Drew Tevis. He'll join Henry Bennett of Bennett Orchards at the historic Lewis Farmers Market on Saturday at 10 a.m. for a peach pastry making and tasting. Then on Sunday, taste Chef Drew's desserts at Thompson Island Holiday Baking Championship Marathon from 11:30 to 8. To register for events that require it ahead of time, we have links on our website under the Cool Things to Do tab.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Since 1916, Gravely has been designed, engineered, and made right here in the USA. Whether you prefer gas or electric, every Gravely has been forged with the commercial landscaper in mind. So they're not only built to last, but to also keep you riding comfortably from dawn to dusk. So ask yourself, are you ready to graduate to a Gravely? Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Stop into Armigers and take a look at the full lineup of zero-turn mowers in Laurel and Dover.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
All right, ready for this?
Everyone is invited.
Fill your week with Wheel. It's Sweethearts Week, Veterans Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Fabulous Food Week.
Days packed with fun.
Yeah. Hawaii Week, Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita bar. Maggie, it's Collage Week.
It's College Week.
It's going to be a big week for everybody.
Weeknights at 7 on WRDE.
Comes alive. I am tangled up inside. Is it something that you hide?
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years. 93.5, The Beach.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us as we continue on Coast TV News Today. I'm Paige Marley. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey has been tracking storms heading our way all morning. He joins us now with a first look at your forecast. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Paige. It is a First Alert weather day. We're tracking this line of showers and storms. It might be weakening just a hair, but still packing a pretty good punch with vivid lightning. Look at all those lightning bolts and also heavy rain as it continues to move to the south and east out of our nation's capital, now onto Delmarva, onto the eastern shore of Maryland, moving into the Oxford area, into Easton as well. Watch for very heavy rain, maybe gusty winds, and that's also the case into Dover right now. Now, I have tracked this line moving southeast around 35 to 40 miles per hour. So Cambridge at 5:42, that's when you can expect the storm for you. Milford 6 o'clock and 6:08 for Seaford, and then down the line we'll see it around 6:30 farther to the east as we are watching this trough that is kicking off these showers and storms. Severe thunderstorm watch until 8 a.m. for Sussex County. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern shore of Maryland. Watch for damaging winds there and heavy rain. We do get a little break as we go through the morning, but then late morning into the afternoon, we could get another round of showers and storms with the cold front. I'll have much more on the system and a much better weekend forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Well, it was a busy first day at the Delaware State Fair in Harrington yesterday. For many Delawareans, it's a yearly tradition they just won't miss, and we want to make sure you make the most of it too. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk is in our newsroom. Heidi, thousands will be heading out to the fair this weekend, and you have some information for them.
Paige, busy is right. I was out at the State Fair yesterday and I could not believe the crowds that were coming through even early in the morning. It is so obvious that people are extremely excited. So if you're headed out this weekend, I do have a few things that you should know. Of course, if you headed out yesterday, you know that yesterday kicked off the State Fair and it's going to run through July 29th. Admission costs $10 in person or $10.50 online for everyone age 13 or older, with discounts for younger children. Starting today through Saturday, the gates will open at 9 a.m. However, food vendors, most buildings, and grounds entertainment will begin after 11. The biggest change this year is that every person will have to walk through a metal detector before entering the fairgrounds, so be ready for that. There's more than a dozen vendors at the fair with different backgrounds. We spoke with one man who set out to paint 10 murals in 10 days.
I'm from Connecticut, so this is close to me, and I've never been to the Delaware State Fair before, so it's just great to be able to debut my works here with the community and to show off, what I do.
Paige, if you're like me, you are already planning your next trip. I plan to head out later today and hopefully a couple times throughout the weekend. And of course, we have more information about that on our website, WRDE.com. Back to you.
Heidi, definitely. And that's a lot of information, but there's a couple easy ways for you to stay updated on what's going on at the fairgrounds.
Absolutely. Well, I just mentioned one of those. You can visit our website, again, WRDE.com, but I have to say, the best way for you to find information I have found is through the Delaware State Fair mobile app. Apparently, they used to have it a few years ago, but it's back this year, and it is the easiest way to find different schedules, discounts, etc. So I highly recommend, if you're headed out this weekend, go ahead and download that. Back to you.
All right, Heidi, thank you so much. Some breaking news now from overnight. 2 U.S. officials had their emails hacked. It was part of a recent targeted intelligence gathering campaign. The China-linked hackers accessed the email account of U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns, as well as the Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia, Daniel Kritenbrink. Kritenbrink recently traveled with Secretary of State Antony Blinken to China. That's according to 2 U.S. officials familiar with this matter. That breach was limited to the diplomat's unclassified email accounts. The Salisbury man is dead after a hit-and-run crash yesterday morning. The Salisbury Police Department says officers responded to Route 50 and Boundary Road. It was around 5:30 in the morning. Police say 59-year-old Gregory Dennis had been riding a bicycle when he was struck, and then the driver drove away. According to the department, Dennis was taken to Tidal Health, where he then later died. Those with any information about the crash are asked to call the Salisbury Police Department at 410-548-3165. Later today, Dewey Beach commissioners are expected to vote on an ordinance to increase fines for kids and teenagers who break the town's curfew. If it's passed, the maximum fine would be increased to $300. It was $100. This would also increase maximum fines for parents of the kids and teenagers, the same amount, but only after a child's first violation. That meeting will take place at the Dewey Beach Life-Saving Station at 3 p.m. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin will be asking the U.S. Supreme Court to review his conviction for second-degree murder in the killing of George Floyd. This comes after the Minnesota Supreme Court denied his appeal without comment in a one-page filing dated Tuesday. In April of last year, Chauvin was found guilty of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He was sentenced to 22.5 years in prison. More news still ahead in our next half hour. Coming up, reports show cable is falling behind in viewers compared to streaming services. Could that form of entertainment be getting phased out? And Georgetown Little League softball is heading back to the regionals. We have the inside scoop on how that team is preparing this year. Also, some record-breaking heat, the impact high temperatures are having on the environment and the economy. That's up next. Stay with us.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, dodge the summer slide with engaging activities at Delaware Libraries and swap blood for brew to save lives. Plus, protect your skin from the sun with holistic skincare tips. Coast Life today at 4 on Coast TV.
For weather coverage you can count on, get the WRDE weather app with live radar and severe weather alerts, plus a 10-day forecast. Download the free WRDE weather app, built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
The
The Buying Center. We're here to buy your car or truck. Get an offer in minutes and get paid the same day. It's fast, it's easy, and you can get paid the same day. Call The Buying Center now at 302-381-2674.
So Simon, your top 15 most memorable auditions.
I couldn't lose one of the acts. We've changed it to top 16.
There's never been a Crown Vic Hot Wheels.
Let's make some history. I want to turn it into the ultimate girl race car.
These wings are gorgeous.
We love wings, both chicken and automotive.
Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge, Tuesday on NBC.
Teaching your dog leash manners can be challenging. You might even feel embarrassed to take your dog into public settings. Professional training at Delmarva Canine is the best way to help break bad habits. We offer one-on-one training that teaches your dog to focus on the handler and not to react to other distractions. Once your dog learns leash manners, you'll be able to enjoy taking your well-behaved dog everywhere. Schedule a free evaluation today.
To learn more about Delmarva Canine, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Do you have one of these? Let us turn it into this. It's not magic. It's the Car Store's Buying Center. We make it easy and it's hassle-free. Call today or visit yourbuyingcenter.com.
It is a first alert weather day on this Friday. Here's our Tidal Health Cam from Seaford. Clouds for you now, but you will be getting showers and storms eventually. Here's that line of showers and storms making its way onto Delmarva, Eastern Shore, Maryland, on into the northern part of Delaware. Lots of lightning, lots of rain, so keep that in mind as this line is moving south and east. It will be in Cambridge around 5:50, Milford around 6 o'clock, WRDE here in Milton around 6:21. So make sure you prepare for these storms and have your rain gear and maybe just tie down some of the outdoor items outside. Severe thunderstorm watch for Sussex County, and that goes until 8 a.m. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern parts of Maryland, and that's until 5:45, so another 5 minutes. So you need the umbrella, the raincoat, the rain boots. Also pack your patience, leave extra time, and sunglasses and sunscreen for later on.
All right, Bob, thank you. Well, of course, it's a little rainy, but this summer is also starting out as the hottest in recorded world history. It's also costing billions of dollars. A new report shows last month was the hottest June on record globally, and ocean surface temperatures hit new highs for the third straight month. Heat advisories and warnings continuing in much of the U.S. today, and scientists say Europe is under a heat dome. A recent study shows rising temperatures are causing about $1 billion in U.S. healthcare expenses each month. Not to mention the cost of energy, wildfires, and lost crops.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Today marks the beginning of an exciting weekend for the ladies for both Del Mar and Georgetown Little League. DSN's Kayla Santiago was with the G-Town girls last night to capture their excitement before a second straight trip to Bristol.
The Little League softball regionals are right around the corner. And for the second straight year, Georgetown is headed to Bristol, Connecticut. A season ago, Georgetown fell in the regional championship to Del Mar, just shy of one win to send them to the Little League World Series. And now, it's all about this team working together to make that extra push. That is how they got this far.
It really was just team effort. I mean, top to bottom in the lineup, we had big hits from the bottom of the order, big hits from the middle of the order, top of the order. They all came together and just really played a game.
This Georgetown squad has experience, and the returners talk about what it's like headed back to the regional stage.
I feel like it's really cool because it's usually a one chance that you get to go, so I feel like we're going to have a really good time again, and it's just really cool that we get to go there again.
Yeah, it was fun last year, but this year I think it's going to be more fun.
Best of luck to Georgetown in the regional finals.
1, 2, 3, 0!
Reporting from Georgetown, Delaware for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
We'll have highlights and interviews from Bristol for both teams after each of their games next week. Stay locked on to @Delmarva Sports on social for updates. And be sure to tune in to DSN at 6 tonight for Free State versus First State Showcase basketball at Polytech.
Playing the title role in the 3-hour movie, it sounds exhausting, but it helps to have the support of your co-stars. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we
destroy the world. Chances are near zero. Near zero. What do you want from theory alone? Zero would be nice.
Near zero is also the number of Oppenheimer scenes that don't feature star Cillian Murphy. Co-stars Emily Blunt and Matt Damon recognize the weight of the role on the actor.
This movie lives or dies with, we're putting it on Cillian's back.
No pressure on Cillian.
Yeah, no pressure.
I don't feel that sounds like pressure, right?
So every day that I worked out, it was like, all right, how can I support the effort, right? Like what, and you know, that's my job. Every job's different. This was my job. Like, how do I support that?
Oppenheimer is now playing. The AMC theater chain says it's dropped its plan to charge more for better seats. Back in February, AMC announced a 3-tiered sightline system with preferred seats in the middle of theaters costing the most.
Boys, where have you been?
At Comic-Con, fans in Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con were treated to 20 minutes of footage from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. The animated adventure opens in theaters August 2nd. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Still ahead this morning, streaming services ahead in viewership compared to cable. Which companies are leading the pack?
It is a first alert weather day for the potential of severe storms. We're watching this line now making its way across the eastern shore of Maryland into Delaware. Lots of lightning and heavy rain. I'll track it coming up and have the timing of it as well in your weekend forecast after the break.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
Delaware Electric Cooperative employees constantly monitor energy loads and prices.
It's time to issue an alert.
When the price of electricity is highest, we issue Beat the Peak alerts and ask our members to voluntarily conserve energy. Our Beat the Peak program helps keep rates affordable and has saved members nearly $40 million since 2008. To participate, download our Beat the Peak app. If you have a programmable thermostat, you could also receive $40 in billing credits when you conserve. Learn how you can save at beatthepeak.coop.
This is how we do the summertime, summertime. Brighter than the sun, we gonna shine, gonna shine. 'Cause this is how we do the summertime, summertime. This is how we do the summertime. This is how we do the summertime. This is how we do the summertime.
Never miss a game for your favorite local team. Take the DSN app with you wherever you go. Whether you're out to eat, camping with friends, or at home relaxing with your family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
I traveled through time to change history for the better.
We can't find him.
Everything's changed.
Where are you, Ben?
It is 5:47 this morning. That's a live look there on our tunnel and razor cam. All right, not seeing any signs of that rain just yet, but starting to look a little cloudy, you know, Bob, a little spooky almost in the morning. I do enjoy that, though, when the storms are on their way. I do love that calm before the storm.
I do like that, too. It's kind of a cozy feeling almost, you know. It's getting dark outside, and inside is the place you want to be this morning, obviously. If you don't have to travel outside, I would just wait a few hours and let this line of showers and storms move through. Make sure you scan the QR code lower left part of your screen, and make sure you check on interactive radar. You can watch these line of storms moving through on the app right now. We are watching this line of showers and storms extending from Oxford to the northern part of Delaware right now, and it's holding its own. Cambridge, Easton, Ruthsburg, Dover seeing the heavy rain. About 20 minutes of heavy rain, and then it'll slacken off, but we're going to see a lot of lightning with this as it moves on through, and it's moving south and east at around 35 to 40 miles per hour, this line is, so it'll be in Milford around 6:04, Seaford around 6:10. Here at WRDE in the Milton area around 622 and Salisbury around 633. So maybe just bring in some of those outdoor items that might blow around a little bit in some heavy wind, and watch out for the torrential rain and leave extra time to get to work as we're watching this line continuing to move to the east and southeast. Might be weakening a little bit on the southern edge of this line, but we're watching that moving through our nation's capital. There is the cold front farther back to the west in the Ohio Valley, so this might be kind of a 1-2 punch today, where we see the storms this morning, get a break, and then maybe another round this afternoon. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 a.m. for Sussex County and also adjacent counties to the north and also the eastern shore of Maryland, where that severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire. We do have a low or marginal chance of seeing that severe weather both this morning and this afternoon. I'm not really worried about tornadoes. There's not a lot of rotation with this line of storms, but watch out for small hail, strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and rain, maybe 1 to 2 inch rainfall amounts per hour. That rain stomping down pretty hard at times, so watch out for that. We will get a break as we go through the morning, and then as we go late morning into the afternoon, another round of storms could be firing up. So just be on guard all day for this. That'll clear out this evening with a cold front, and it gets nice into the weekend as we're looking at a northerly wind. The humidity will be lower. Look at this, low 80s by noon for inland areas, mid to upper 80s in the evening. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. And Sunday, I think the humidity is held in check with temperatures into the mid to upper 80s. Some places over an inch of rain, maybe Sibleyville, Bethany Beach, and along the coast, lesser amounts farther back to the west. We'll see about that. Out the door this morning, we have temperatures on into the 70s as we have the southwest winds, but they turn to the north tomorrow. Lower humidity, more comfortable temperatures with time, and we'll see on the muggy meter that it does get comfortable as we go into the weekend, but then next week, the humidity starts to come back. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 88 today with the storms. For the weekend, mostly sunny, 86 Saturday, 88 Sunday. Monday, dry, upper 80s into Tuesday, a slight chance of storms, and then lower 90s Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Streaming services have officially surpassed cable as America's most watched viewing platform. Apps like Netflix and other streaming platforms capture 38% of all television viewing, compared to 31% for traditional cable, according to data published by Nielsen Show. It's in a sign of streaming's rapid rise. As recently of May 2021, the shares were 26% for streaming, 39% for cable. As of June, YouTube alone comprised nearly 9% of all TV usage. Netflix captured 8.2%. After the break, how we think about aging could impact how it affects us. The insight that can be taken from one woman's inspiring perspective.
And we are looking at the potential for severe weather today, watching this line of showers and storms making its way through Maryland and into Delaware right now, and the weekend looking much better. I'll have the 10-day forecast coming up after the break on CoastTV News.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
Coast Country Cares and Spicer Brothers are proud to partner with the Benedictine School for the Chrome City fundraiser to benefit individuals with disabilities. Fire up your street rod, custom car, or motorcycle and take a ride to Benedictine's campus in Ridgely on Sunday, July 30th. Tickets are just $35 and include lunch and an official ride shirt. Entertainment provided and trophies awarded. For registration and rally locations, go to benschool.org. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers.
Experience the thrill of the race with Post Time with Heather Vitale, only on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the energetic sprints at Ocean Downs to the hard racing action at Bally's Dover, all the way to the vibrant atmosphere of Harrington Raceway, we bring you the true pulse of harness racing. Sunday mornings at 8 and 11:30 on DSN. DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com or on the DSN app. Post Time on Delmarva Sports Network.
First Alert Weather is our promise to be the first to tell you when big changes are coming in your weather forecast.
Whether it's day-to-day weather that changes your plans,
or severe weather that could change your life,
the First Alert Weather team will call for First Alert Weather Days.
here on TV and all of your devices.
It's our commitment to give you the most accurate forecast.
The WRDE First Alert Weather Team. That's our promise to you.
Performing out of space?
Yes, next July.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I can't change these plans.
We're stealing in the sun next summer. Heist of a lifetime.
The Olympics.
Come on, you in?
Roman Reigns will defend his title against anyone, anytime. Except next July.
While the connection between physical health and longevity is well established, researchers are now finding even our attitude towards aging can add or subtract years to our life. But how do we keep a positive perspective when we're bombarded with images of old, wicked witches, grumpy old men? It doesn't make it sound fun. As Marty Saltz shows us, though, we're in a new age of how we think about aging. It may help us live a little longer.
The negative images of aging are being replaced with the 60-plus crowd making the most out of life.
Someone said this to me a long time ago, that age is a number. It's a number. And we mentally put these caveats on top of it. And it's like, that doesn't make sense.
Brenda Mosby will not let a number define her.
I am so proud to say at 68, I am on no medications. I just feel good and I feel happy all the time.
In just the past few years, Brenda married, started studying ballet, and has taken center stage in a play. All of that, and Brenda is blind.
I lost my sight and I found my vision. My life after blindness has been a fairy tale.
Research out of Yale University finds people with an upbeat, optimistic view of getting older lived an average of 7.5 years longer than their negative peers.
There's been tons of studies that have shown that being optimistic in life, somehow it's this, your mind playing tricks on your body in some sort, where you just have a healthier perspective in life.
Ways to help lift your aging attitude toward aging: find positive role models. Don't blame your age. If you lose your car keys, it happens to everyone. Stop turning down fun opportunities and never say you're too old. Make sure you mix with millennials. And find your purpose. A study out of Boston University found that having a purpose lowered the risk of death for men by 20% and 34% in women. For Brenda, she has found her groove.
My purpose is to be an example of love and joy and happiness in everything I do.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
I love Brenda. All right, research at Berkeley found a negative attitude about going older could increase your risk of dementia, heart disease, even menopausal symptoms such as hot flashes and insomnia. One theory is that poor mental health can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as substance abuse, a poor diet, and lack of exercise. It is 5:57 this morning. It's time to check in now with our Coastal Pet of the Day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. Oh, check this guy out. Today's Coastal Pet of the Day is Sweet Otis. Otis is a friendly and energetic good boy who loves spending time in the outdoors, playing in the yard with other dogs. Get this, you can adopt Otis. He's at the Georgetown Brandywine Valley SPCA. To meet Otis, your family and any other dogs in the household can just stop by for a meet and greet. Hey, a good weekend to adopt a new pet. And we want to see your pets on Delmarva, so send us some photos. Tell us what makes your pet so special. You can do that by emailing us, content@wrde.com. Just email us over some photos. Then watch weekdays from 5 to 7. You'll see the pets we feature. On Sundays, don't forget, look at our Facebook page. You'll see all the pets for the upcoming week. All right, it is 5:57 now. It's time for a quick look at your forecast. before you head out that door. Bob Trihey joins us again. Bob, what are we looking at rain-wise?
Well, Paige, before you head out the door, grab the rain gear and pack your patience. We are watching this line of showers and storms, lots of lightning, heavy rain bearing down on eastern Maryland and into Delaware as well. If you live in the following counties and cities through 6:33, take cover from these storms. They could be severe. We'll see the storms this morning, get a little break late morning, and then more storms again into the afternoon. That's why it's a first alert weather day. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. It does dry out for the weekend with mid to upper 80s. And then next week it could get really hot, maybe a serious heat wave by the end of the week into next weekend.
All right, Bob, thank you. Coming up in our next hour, 2 U.S. officials the target of email hacking from China. What officials have revealed so far?
And it's day 2 of the Delaware State Fair. I'll tell you what you need to know if you're headed out to the fairgrounds this weekend.